Good morning, Wisconsin. This is the voice of Wisconsin Resistance Radio. It is currently Saturday, March 5th, 2011, and we have a huge rally planned for today. And I'm going to be there, so, we're not going to be here too long. Not going to do anything too fancy. No music, no fancy pictures, no video, nothing like that. No. We're just going to have a little chat real quick, because there's things that need to be said. I'm not CNN. I'm not Fox News. I don't have a political agenda here. I'm not going to talk down to you and treat you like an idiot. We are done with the national media. Madison, Wisconsin, we are done with the national media. They have failed us abysmally, and I'm not going to waste my time with them again, and neither should you. This is 2011 now. Social media is the way of the future, and news networks have become bad jokes. And I don't make any money from this. I get no fame from doing this. Nobody knows who I am. And if we lose collective bargaining, it won't affect me personally because I'm not in a public union. So you understand that when I tell you that Scott Walker is a liar, I do it without bias. He knows he's a liar. The state government knows he's a liar. He, his supporters, the media, are trying to turn the public sector against the private sector for their own agenda. Look how they're disrespecting Wisconsin. Just stop and look for a moment. They accuse public employees of not sacrificing, of not contributing to the economy, of leeching off the taxpayer, and people buy into it because, I don't know, maybe you trust them? You trust what you see on TV, what you read on pro-Walker websites? Let's talk about real life, not BS. In the aftermath of that financial collapse in 2008, the government in Wisconsin initiated a wage cut to public employees in the form of mandatory furloughs 2 years in a row, and they used that to fix the deficit. The deficit back then was worse than the one it is now. In addition to that, they put a freeze on public employee raises, and they made changes to the health premiums and pensions that amounted to 8% cuts in their salaries. Now, I know what you're going to say as a counter-argument, that the taxpayers pay 100% of public employee pensions. And that's not true. Public employee pensions come from their own deferred wages, not your wallet. Secondly, public employees are taxpayers also. And when you forget that they're taxpayers also just like you perpetuate the divide that our opponents have manufactured for their own ends. Anyone who supports this bill, I ask you to think about it real carefully. You're being manipulated. You've fallen for the propaganda the same way that people a generation ago fell for Ronald Reagan's story about welfare queens. By making up these stories, they're insulting your intelligence. They've been insulting your intelligence for a long, long time. But it's 2011 now. We have social media now. It's time to stop listening to them. Public employees are suffering as much as you. Have you gone and actually read any of the studies about the public sector and the private sector? Not heard it from pundits. Not read it on biased websites. The media lies to you. And I know you know better than to trust them. They're using your pain, your suffering, to deflect your ire away from people who deserve it toward people who don't. And it's so obvious that I know you can see it. Scott Walker is using the public employees as scapegoats for the budget. He's using the budget as a pretext to go after the unions. The budget is bad, but Wisconsin is not broke. He has alternatives. He won't accept them because he's after the unions. I know you don't like unions. I don't like all unions either, but we didn't elect him to pursue a radical Republican war against the public sector, which is exactly what he's doing. That election in November was a referendum on Obama, and people disingenuously either voted red or didn't vote at all. Walker never said during his campaign that he would go after the unions, and he won't compromise even after the people have conceded to his financial demands. He's gone way too far, and we need to bring him down. But I need your help. I need all of you who support Walker to really stop for a moment and think. You're on the wrong side of this thing. He's lying to you. He's insulting your intelligence. He does not have your interest in mind, and I know you know that. Recognize it. Stand with your people. Help us recall Walker. That's it for now. Help the recall efforts at United Wisconsin and recall the Republican 8. We are going to win this thing. This is Voice. I'm out of here. Solidarity, Wisconsin.